sort of like Bard. Have a PB in Bard, have a PB in Nocturne, have a PB in Cadence, which I think is cool.
Yeah, because she's a more kind of... she gets most of the equipment like Cadence does. Actually, I'm not sure she has any items banned at all. So that makes her a bit more variety than some of the alternate characters, right?
Am I correct that every other character has banned items? Because Bard doesn't have heart transplant, and then I think everybody else has something banned.
I don't know if Bolt has any banned items.
He has no daggers. Oh no, he has daggers.
Bolt has daggers, yeah. You don't dagger.
No base dagger. But that's kind of just because you can't get.
Well, nobody finds base dagger in chests,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Bolt might not have any banned items.
Interesting. Mudjoe, very nice, using the iframes there to kill that red dragon super fast, but he is already behind.
Yeah. Cypher pointed out Bolt does not have ballet shoes. Yeah, I just remember that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, when I think about it, like, yeah, he doesn't, but oh man, Mudjoe is struggling here, taking a lot of hits. And meanwhile, Staekk is way ahead with nothing. Well, he's got a shield spell, but that's it.
Oh crap! I was still watching the other stream.
It's okay.
Whoops.
No sweat. I got this.
How far are they? Oh, okay, they just started.
Yeah, it's not too far in. So Cutlass is being a little slow there, but Staekk swap into the bat. I feel like Staekk's bat looks like a character from like a 90s cartoon. I don't know which one, but it looks like it. Staekk's gonna beeline for this. Oh, it's some food. Now he needs it.
Is that because of the big hair, or?
Yeah, it looks like big hair of some kind. Like that guy from Hey
But I think,
Arnold.
I mean, the big hair is supposed to be a Staekk, right?
It is a Staekk on the head, yes.
Yes.
But it's so weird.
It's pretty strange looking.
All right, this is good. So Joe doing his best to catch up here. He's already 2 floors back, though. But there's still plenty of time remaining in the race.
Yeah.
He's got lead boots.
Yeah, so he's pretty far back, but he has the lit boots, which could save you a lot of time in Zone 3, right? Depending how the layouts are.
Yeah, if it's all ice, then yeah. But not as strong anymore because of goo getting nerfed.
That's true, yeah. Although, you know, goo still slows you down, right?
Yeah, it's still there. It's just not as there. It used to be more
not quite
there.
as much.
Okay, a little scary here for Joe. Having to pop the shield to make sure he doesn't get lit up by that dragon.
That was a good use of shield. It got him through there pretty efficiently.
Agreed. And good use of bat, too. Got over the tar. Managed to kill that mushroom in 1 hit instead of 2 or 3. Because he has 1 damage. Yeah, really good, efficient use of the bat by Joe. Doing what he can to catch up. Oh, man. Staekk in a bad spot.
That was
there.
A pretty rough situation.
Yeah, he just gets the full surround from the goblins. Nowhere to go. Now he's got that courage shove. Oh, yep. Joe takes it as well.
Oh, so they both got the charisma from the boss chest. All right.
What a good item.
Yeah, it's interesting. Definitely, you know, I would have thought with 5 zones instead of 4 that you would see more shopping, but there's actually very little shopping on Nocturna.
Yeah. I agree. Well, she kind of has the Dorian situation of almost having a full build from the start. Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Staekk, what are you
Because,
doing
yeah,
there?
the bat acts sort of like a build, in a way.
Yeah. Well, because most people keep Cutlass till the end, then you don't need a weapon. And mapping you already have. So there's just less stuff that's worth it in the shop. But I'm surprised there's as little shopping in Cadence. I expected there to be more shopping. I agree with you, because it's early. This is kind of what happened with when Zone 4 got added. You would just expect there to be, you know, people playing a little slower, or those who play slower are going to do a little better. But no, people are playing fast. It's as if people are good at this game.
Yes.
Yeah, the bat is really, really strong, Mark. You can teleport to it, or transform into it anytime that you are the human mode, or I guess it's vampire mode or whatever. But turning back requires half a heart to turn back into a human.
Staekk was just doing kind of a dance. Like, there was a telemonkey that was just kind of falling around in a circle, but somehow, I'm not quite sure how he managed it. He kept getting ahead of the telemonkey.
Oh, weird.
Because maybe he was getting trapped behind other enemies. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I do think that the strength of the Cutlass is a little bit overweighed. Because the 1 damage is really bad. It just slows you down so much. Like, once you get out of zone 1, so many enemies have lots of health.
Yeah, well, maybe part of the idea is that, you know, the 1 damage doesn't hurt you as much if you're using the conduit a lot to get the splash attacks.
Yeah.
So, if you're able to, like, if you deliberately move through those areas, then...
Alright, here's a ridiculously overpowered idea. Dagger of Lightning, that when you attack something, it does the conduit thing. And you'd have to make it,
I think it would be cool to have...
You'd have to make it, like, incredibly rare, but it'd be so cool. To just be like, everything's getting blasted everywhere. Oh man, Staekk has been popped into bat mode so many times.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing though, which is just, you know, he just stays in it just long enough to get healed up, going back into Nocturna, and that way he gets another hit.
Yeah, it's true.
Because otherwise he would be like dead.
He'd be so dead. Yes, he would. Yeah.
He's in kind of a weird situation now, because if he becomes a bat to engage Core Rift, then he doesn't have enough health to go back.
Yep, that's true. He's got to kill a couple tentacles. Now he'll have a chance to do that because he won't one-shot Coral Rift. There it is. So yeah, I think that works out ultimately.
Yeah. Of course, he can also change back on the stairs.
Ah, good point. A little dangerous.
Oh, he's
maybe.
not looking for a ring.
He's just pushing. He's really been. Oh, this is so bad for Joe.
Whoa.
Yeah, he had to bomb there. He was fully surrounded by Blade Masters. Just couldn't get out.
Oh man, he didn't get off the stair transform. That's actually really...
yeah, what's he gonna do here? He has to do the crazy slow... Oh, he could do a double transform now. For the iframe.
Yeah, he could transform. Maybe he just wants the health anyway.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so slow though.
It's really slow.
Meanwhile, Staekk is just moving on. Oh, God, Staekk has been at like no health this entire run though. Seriously.
Yeah, I kind of like, you know, that aspect of Nocturna where you can
scrap by,
kind of skate by on this half heart.
Good, there he goes again.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, Staekk just clutching it out. I can just hear him now, just the whole time. It's ridiculous. Can bat die? Not if you're Staekk, it seems. But yeah, the bat can die. Nocturna.
That is actually very fragile.
Can't die, I guess.
Dies to like anything.
Yeah. No armor.
No armor. You have no like backup, like because you don't. I mean, if you're human, your backup is the bat. If you're bat, your backup is you die.
Not a very good backup.
Yeah, not a good backup.
Good Lord, Staekk. Oh my God, Staekk. It's just whatever. He wins. All right, good job, Staekk. You friggin' maniac. Oh wow. Let's see if we can get that replay up real quick. Here it is, in all its glory. Yep. Just sure. The power of the shield spell. How does circuit lightning work? Yeah, so when you attack something while standing on the wire, anything that is next to or diagonal from the thing you attacked gets shocked, and then that carries on, that sort of aspect of it. The way it sort of propagates through a crowd looks really cool, though. I'm not sure how much effort that was, but it looks awesome. How it just sort of spreads. Especially considering the game is kind of on a like beat, everything's sort of in a beat. The fact that it kind of spreads through during a beat, I think is really neat.
Oh yeah, Yeah, it's interesting that, like, yeah, we really wanted to do something like that to make it kind of a bit. I mean, it looks cool, and also it helps make it a bit more clear what's going on. But yeah, there's a little bit of trickiness. It's like it has to be slow enough that you see it, but fast enough that it actually feels like it all happened at once, right?
Yeah, it needs to not carry on to other beats, I feel like.
Yeah, and thankfully it worked out. Like, if you set up like, I don't know, 100 green slimes in a row and you hit them, then it will take several beats for the lightning go from one end to the other, but that in practice does not usually come up.
Well, I'm seeing that coming down the next Puzz door. Next Puzz door we have, we'll have some wacky, weird lightning timings.
Yeah, it doesn't actually change the gameplay, it's just the animation will...
Oh, so everything will take the damage right away, but the lightning...
Yeah, all the damage happens right away.
Ah, that makes more sense. Yeah, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, otherwise it would probably cause all sorts of crazy replay bugs.
Oh, that's also true.
And it's funny because you would think, you know, if the damage happens right away, but the lightning doesn't happen right away, how come that doesn't look bad, right? You'd think you'd notice, but actually just don't notice.
Well, I guess it's just distance. I mean, I feel like most people play this game looking at like the immediate 9 squares, like your square and the 8 around you, and that's it. I think it's rare to spend too much time looking too far ahead most of the time, and so I think when you're dealing with a swarm, you're just kind of keeping an eye on everything around you.
So...
Ask Blimp if Coral Riff and Deep Blues can't be Zone 5 end boss, because it seems that way.
I think anything can be Zone 5 end boss. Like in... Oh!
Ooh, Mudjoe going down there. Not a good plan to go down early here.
I'm not sure what he was thinking there. I think it just, like, got a little lost track of, like, beat. Because he just thought he had, like, 1 extra beat that he didn't actually have.
Yeah, that was weird. Well, he did kind of leave... Oh, yeah. Yeah, he just thought he had an extra beat.
Oh, Staekk just got a glass warhammer off of the Shrine of Sacrifice.
Okay. That's
sure
like a rare way to get that, so I don't know if Mudjoe's gonna be able to find it unless he noticed what he was doing.
I mean, if he looks over and he sees, oh, he has a glass warhammer.
Yeah, but it's still like, he didn't do the Shrine of Sacrifice, did he? Oh, was it the mini-boss he sacrificed?
It was the mini-boss, yeah, he lured the Minotaur over to the shrine.
Yeah, smart play.
Yeah. I mean, that's, even, like, in the original game, that was also pretty common play, but...
It just doesn't happen that often in races, I feel. But yeah, it's a good play. It's good to get a nice, strong, early weapon. But yeah, I'm going to agree with Oblivion. I don't really remember seeing Deep Blues 5 much. Coral Rift, though, is that the one with 6 health, or is he gets more than 6? I've seen the one with 6 health a bunch.
So what's Coral Rift on Zone 1 is 3. So it probably... Wouldn't it have like 7 health, Coral Rift 5?
Then I have not... I don't think I've seen... I think I'm with Oblivion. There might be something to the boss generation.
Oh, you think it's actually bugged?
It might be. I also don't think I've seen it. It could just be weird, crazy, random coincidence, but...
Oh, in single zones, in single zone 5, it's always participle.
Interesting.
Yeah, so all zones in single zone 5 are actually different that way. So single zones, if you're playing zone 5, you always get participle. If you're playing not zone 5, you don't get participle.
Oh, okay. It's kind of neat.
Which is just because, I mean, the idea is like, if you're playing single zone, it's usually because you're playing the zone for the first time, so...
And you want to see the new boss and all that fun stuff.
You want to see the new boss if you're playing zone 5, but if you haven't played the other zones yet, maybe you don't, right?
Right.
So,
do you think that
but
might
in all
be
zones,
bugging
it should just be totally random.
Because I've definitely seen a lot of Fortissimo 5.
Well, it's possible that's buggy. You know, it's possible...
And Conga.
It seems like we've been seeing... But, like... How could it be buggy?
Maybe it's something to do with
like,
the weird zone thing. I don't know.
You've never seen a duplicate boss, right?
No.
Okay.
No, definitely. Well, it's possible. I don't really keep track of that. Staekk in a bit of a swarm, but you know what? Glass Warhammer. Oh, why not some freeze for good measure? Oh, doesn't even want it. I probably would have taken the freeze there when you have a glass weapon. Although he's got the frost charm. So he's in pretty good shape. And he's, of course, going to walk up and... Oh, he won't be able to. Never mind. I was going to say. He could have just done the Earth spell, but he couldn't because of the hitbox of the Warhammer. It's like the Warhammer maybe has a downside. It's like that, but I'm not going to say that it is that.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Right.
interesting, Oblivion. I don't know. We'll have to do some more testing on that. It's a pretty easy bug to like prove not true. The moment somebody gets that,
it's hard to prove that it's true.
Yes.
Yes. The easiest way to prove it's true is to look at the code and see that I made a mistake.
Well, I can't do that. I also wouldn't even know where to start. So. But yeah, that's interesting. No.
Yeah, I'll try to remember afterwards to take a look at that. Just double check that that's the same. Because like we've definitely seen Fortissimo 3, right?
I've seen all the Fortissimals, I'm pretty sure. I know I've seen 1 and 2 because I remember like after 1 and 2 is when you start seeing only black skellies, but I've definitely seen yellow and white skellies for Fortissimo.
Because like if it spawns every boss except Deep Blues or except Coral Rift in the first 4 zones, then it has to spawn the other one in the last zone. So or else you would get a duplicate boss, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I feel like that's why it makes me feel like maybe it's just a fluke that we haven't seen it, but I don't know.
Interesting. I don't know. I'm curious what bosses we've seen on this because I haven't really noticed. I feel like we haven't seen Fortissimo, so I feel like that's who we're... Oh, no, this is Cadence. Never mind.
I think Mudjoe meant to eat the apple, but did Gigantism by accident. Which is actually really bad because he's saving Gigantism for
for the Necrodancer. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, because he doesn't have any bombs, but he does have a Shovel of Strength. Which I think Shovel of Strength plus Gigantism because of Necrodancer? Actually, I don't know.
Wait, I don't know about that.
Like, does
Shovel of
Titanium
Strength
Shovel
is
with
titanium.
Gigantism work?
No, it doesn't.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, so no,
Alright, so it
work
wouldn't have been
then.
good enough anyway.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been good enough.
Huh.
Oh, Ring of War, Zone 4. A little bit weird. Meanwhile,
the dig mechanics are kind of confusing. Even having looked at them, I still forget sometimes.
Oh, there goes the Frost Charm. So Staekk losing that. That was 5-3 though, and a nice easy trapdoor. And watch how quickly he does away with this trapdoor. Warhammer trapdoors. Although that egg demon got into the dead ringer thing there. Okay, nicely done. So Staekk is moving on to the Necrodancer and looking to pop out Mudjoe early here.
He has 4 bombs.
This
he
is
has the Blast Helm, which is good.
This is the semifinals, so not that early. All right, Necrodancer fight. He's got a heart and a half here. So far, so good.
Wow.
Oh, the confuse. The confuse is
that
so
got,
scary.
Got pretty nasty.
But he handled it. So Staekk does win and eliminating Mudjoe. Mudjoe with a couple of deaths ended up costing him his place in this tournament. Congratulations, Staekk, moving on to the finals. Of course, Staekk Mudjoe, a classic rivalry from the Necrodancer World Cup. There was the finals of that, where Staekk moved his way all the way from loser's bracket all the way up to the finals, ultimately losing to Mudjoe. But this time, he got his revenge. Staekk will be moving on to the finals, but our next race will be Spoody Biscuit versus Oblivion.